Hello and welcome to SudoKanard, the French channel with sometimes an English video. I mean a video in English with my very French accent. Okay, so this is actually a remake of some previous video where there was a visual glitch, namely some problem with contrast. So I hope it will be resolved this time. So I'm solving again a puzzle that I solved in an earlier video. It was named Frame and Clone Sudoku. It was set by David McNeill inside an online contest that was held in March 2020. The contest was UKPA Hybrid Sudoku. UKPA is actually the United Kingdom Puzzle Association. And it was a set of 8 puzzles, 8 Sudoku puzzles, with the special feature that each puzzle used 2 sets of variant rules. So this one is frame and clone. So frame means that these numbers outside the grid give the sum of the first 3 digits. So 24 is the sum of those 3 digits, 22 is the sum of those 3 digits, and the rest follows. And this time I hope that these regions may be seen. These regions, those pentominos, well, they contain a set of numbers, a set of digits, and some of those regions, some of those shaded regions are identical, like those ones, those ones, those ones. And they must contain the same digits in the same positions. So this digit must be the same as this one. This digit must be the same as this one and this one, this one and this one. So that's all there is about these puzzles. No digit is given to begin with, except the external clues, the external frame clues. This puzzle was given 60 points on completion, meaning that the ideal time of the ideal solving time was 12 minutes, which is much more generous than Sudoku Grand Prix. So let's get cracking. So I already did this one once, but let's start again. Where shall we begin? Well, with frame Sudoku, some useful configuration is this one. You have 2 clues opposite of each other. It is very important because the sum of all digits on a line is 45. 1 plus 2 plus, etc. plus 9 is 45. Now, these 3 digits have a sum of 17. These 3 digits have a sum of 20. Therefore, these 3 digits have a sum of 8. 17 plus 20 is 37. 8 is expected to complete to 45. We can do the same here with 22 and 10, that's 32. Therefore, these 3 digits add up to 13. The same logic may be applied to any 3x3 box. Here, the sum of all 9 digits is 45. So, if we know the sum of those 3 digits and the sum of those 3 digits, we can deduce the sum of those 3 digits. That's 36. So the remaining 3 digits add up to 9. In here, 17 plus 18 is 35. Those 3 digits add up to 10. Now, 24 plus 12 is 36. These 3 digits add up to 9. And 17 plus 10, that's 27. Those three digits add up to 18. There's more. 20 plus 18, that's 38. Those three digits add up to 7. 14 plus 12 is 26. Those three digits add up to 19. And we still haven't written a digit in the grid, but let's continue this preprocessing. We know that this region is a clone of this region. So these three digits are exactly the same as those ones. So we know that this is 19. This is a sum of 19. That's 37. Now we have a sum of 8. And in the middle, 9 plus 19 is 28. So there's 17 in here. So let's say 17. That's 24. And those ones should add up to 21. We now have extra information about this region, about this 3x3 block. Now let's start doing real numbers, So this 24 can be made as a sum of three different digits in only one fashion. That's 7, 8, 9. Well, actually, this 10 cannot include an 8 or a 9. Those three digits are worth at least 1 and 3. That's 1 and 2. That's 3. So this is at most 7. So this is 7. And as I was saying, those must be 1 or 2. 1 and 2 in some order. And these digits are clones of those ones. So there's an 8 or 9. Here is a 1 or a 2. Now, can we do something with those? There seems to be a lot of possibilities. Oh, where can we put a 5? If this is an 8, we can't put a 5 because we would need another 5. But if this is a 9, we can put a 5 and a 4. If this is a 9, we need a 5 and a 3. Oh, let's have a closer look. If this is an 8, then there must be 5 and 3 and 7. No, 6 and 4. That's all right. If this is a 9, it could... Oh, we need another 9 here and another 9 here. And 9 can be made with 5 and 4 or 6 and 3. And both possibilities are to be considered. Actually, I should focus more on vertical sums. Wherever I put the 2, I can't put the 5 with it. 2 plus 5 would require another 2. 2 plus 5 would require another 5 for the 12. So 5 must be with the 1. Well, let's remember that. 5 must be with the 1. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Now, let's have a look at this 7. 7 can only be made with 1, 2, and 4. So this is 1, 2, and 4, and it's also in here. Oh, let's have a look at this 22. 22 can only be made in two fashion, 9, 3, and 5, or 9, 7, and 6. But 7 is not available on this row. So it must be 9, 8, and 5. And to have a sum of 8, obviously 9 and 8 are too big. So this is a 5, and we'll complete with 1 and 2, and those are 8 and 9. And this is a clone of this cell. Now, what can we put in here? If this is an 8, we need another 10. And without 1, 2, and 4, it will only be 3 and 7 in some order. If this is a 9, we need another 9, and it will be 3 plus 6. So there's a 3 in one of those cells. And the 4 must be in one of those cells and in one of those, because it's a clone. And 5 and 6 must be there as well. Now, what about this? We don't have the information about those. Oh, this 21. It can't use a 4, it can't use a 5. So the digits are at least 6. 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 21, so it's the only possibility. 6, 7 are 8. We now know that my pencil slipped. So there's a 9 in here, so this is an 8. And this is an 8 as well. And we need to put another 11 with a 4, so it's 4 and 7. And the same applies in the cloned region. Now, those are 3 and 6 in some order, and 3 and 6 in the clone cell. Now, those are 3, 5, and 9, and this one is the same as this one. Well, let's say 3, 5, and 9, 3, 5, and 9, and this cell is also here. 3, 5, and 9. What are those digits? Those are 3, 4, and 6. So this is not a 3. And this one isn't, and neither is this one. Sorry. I consider myself somewhat proficient at writing English, but speaking it is another story. Now, these are 1, 2, and 6. Oh, I was discussing those ones. 3, 4, and 6. So this is not a 4. And this is not a 4. So 3, 4, and 6. This is it. Now, those are 3, 4, and 9. But we can't have a 9 with a sum of 10. So this is 3 or 4. 9 in one of those cells. Those are 8, 7, and 5. 8 and 7 are too much for this cell, so this is a 5. And 5 goes in this cell by the clone rule. The clone rule. So those are 7 and 8. And the clone of this cell is this one. This is 7 or 8. Those are 1, 2, and 6. So this can't be a 6, because there's already a 6 in the 3 by 3 blocks. So this is 1 or 2. This is 1 or 2. We now have a 1-2 pair. And we don't know much about this. We know absolutely nothing, actually. Oh, this 8 removes this pencil mark. Now we have 1, 2, and 6 in here, but 6 can't go here. It would blow up. So there's a 6 here. Now 6, we need another 11, so this will be 3 or 4, and 9 goes down there. So 3 or 4. Now this 9 resolves this 8-9 pair, and by the clone rule resolve this 8-9 pair. That's fine. What next? This 8 has only 2 decompositions in 3 different digits. That's 1, 2, 5 and 1, 3, 4. But it can't be 1, 3, 4 because of this pencil mark. 1, 3, 4 would remove all possibilities for this cell. So the real sum is 1, 2, and 5. And this is not a 5. This is 1 or 2. And this is not a 5. And this contains the same digit as this cell. So this is 1 or 2. And this is a 5. And now this 5 gives us a 5 in this cell. Oh, actually this 9 did the same job, but I hadn't noticed. And let's clone this 5 here and remove this 5. Now, this is 102. This 9 is not here, nor here, and oh, actually this is a 3. No 3 in here, so there is a 3 in here. And this is a 6. And by the clone, this is a 6, this is a 3. Now, no 3 in here, no 3 in here, this is a 3. This can't be a 5, so this can't be a 1 to have a sum of 9s. This is a 2, this is a 1, and 4 completes this, and this is a 6, and this is a 5 to have those sums. And now this is a 7, this is a 4, and now let's complete this row with a 9, and this one is 7 over 8. Oh, this 4, 7 is cloned in here. No 7 in this cell. Up there, 9 is not here, it's a 2. This is a 9. These 2 resolves the 1, 2 pair. This 2 is also here by the clone rule. This is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 1. This one is here. And this is a 2. And we already had these 2, but I didn't pay attention. No 6 in here because of this 6. Now, this is not 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so this is a 3. That's a naked single. In this row we need a 9, it's not here, it's here. The other digit is 7 or 8. In this row we need a 9, it can't be here, it's here. We need 1, 2, and 5. Is it 5? Yes, we need a 5 somewhere around here. We don't have the answer. Oh, I haven't used this 20. I need another 11. It won't use a 2, a 3, or a 5, so it's 4 and 7. And with these digits, this is 4 and 7. Ruling out this 7, this 8, this 4, this 3, 5 and 4. This 7 is now here. This is an 8. And it should be almost over. This 1 and 2 resolve this. This is a 1 by the clone. Now we need 2 and 5. This 2 gives us 2 and 5. So this is a 4, this is a 2. Oh, this is a real 3, I think. So this is a 9. And now it should be almost over. 1 and 1, this is 1. 8. 6 and 5, that's a 6, that's a 5. Those should be 6 and 4. Oh, and this should be here. It is the same as this says. So this is a 4. This is a 6. 3 and 7 using this 7. 3 and 6, this is a 4. This is an 8. Now we have a 6, a 7, and an 8. And another 7. 4 and 6, so... 4 and 6 reminds me of all these police TV shows. That's a 3, and that's a 6. And this is the end of this remake of a former video. Oh, well, this puzzle solved very well, I must say. It's very well set. Very nice puzzles. The whole set was very nice. It was a pleasure to solve at the time, and it's still a pleasure to solve. I happen to have a somewhat bad memory about what I solved one day. I know some very good solvers have an outstanding memory. They are capable of recognizing a puzzle they solved years ago. I'm unable to remember a puzzle I solved yesterday, actually. Well, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching it, and see you soon on SudoKanard.